Hey, Adam from V&E Lens, and recently I put out a poll for what kinds of things you'd like to see on the channel, and overwhelmingly the most popular choice was street photography. So I decided today to come here to King George Square to do a little bit of a video about street photography in Brisbane, particularly one thing that I think a lot of Brisbane street photographers struggle with, and that is feeling inspiration and motivation, because you know, it's a pretty small town, and after a while you kind of feel like you're just treading the same spots, and it becomes a bit lackluster and you lose inspiration. So today I'm going to show you some of the things that I do to keep inspiration and to keep taking street photos here in Brisbane. So yeah, stay around. Alright, so one of the things that I do that really helps a lot is to use the light. Sometimes the scene may actually be really ordinary and nothing really all that amazing, but if you use the contrast of the Australian light, you can actually use that to bring a bit more drama to the scene. So spots like this, sometimes the sun is shining on this back wall and it creates really interesting shapes that you can then have people caught in the sunlight and bring them out of the shadows to kind of bring a bit of drama to a scene that otherwise is really just people walking. So that's one thing that I like to do here at King George Square. And King George Square, we've got these really interesting trees here, and you know, the cement structures and all of that, which actually create some really interesting street photos. So here's some that I took on various occasions here at King George Square. Another great thing about King George Square is that there's always people going through, there's always people sitting here. So if you just hang around, just be patient and wait, something interesting or somebody interesting is bound to come along. You know, like a few minutes ago, there was a guy who just randomly came and lay down in the middle of the square for no apparent reason. And a guy came up and actually asked him, hey, are you okay? And he was okay. And so I took a few photos of that. I don't know if they're going to be amazing photos, but at least, you know, it's something different. It's something interesting that gives you the potential to create something that you don't always see. So, you know, I won't know till I actually get home whether they're good photos or not. You'll probably see them in the video. I'll share them whether they're good or not. Anyway, so yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of being patient and hanging around and keeping your eyes open, because you know, eventually something interesting is bound to happen. Another spot that I find can be a bit of a photographic goldmine for street photography is the King George bus station, particularly the escalators and the entrance just on Adelaide Street. The light coming in the windows creates a really nice kind of light, as well as the background here, which can be quite striking in some photos. So here's a few that I took on various occasions in this location. So you see that even in this small area, you can come up with some really interesting street photos. I think the two key things are being patient, waiting around, keeping your eyes open, and then also using the light. And if you want to know how to really take control of the light and use it in creative ways, let me know in the comments, and I can certainly make a video about that, about how to use light for dramatic effect. Something that's really useful for all kinds of genres of photography, and especially if you live in Brisbane, where you've got this really nice contrasty light, and maybe without that the scenes might not be so interesting. But yeah, again, if you wait around, you will find those interesting moments. So as always, if you're not subscribing already, be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you got something out of it, and let me know what kinds of videos you'd like to see more of, because ultimately this channel is not just for me, but also for my subscribers. So let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.